Ayisha Diaz, Instagram model. She's in the conversation right now. She's mentioned 50,000 per month minimum at least. Someone's going to have to be able to date her, be with her, and make sure that they facilitate 50,000 per month. And that's on average. She says. This is based on what she says. She's getting a bit of backlash from it. Critics, whatever, people in the comment section when she had that interview. But she's had a response about what she said, and everyone, obviously, she says not understanding what she meant. So I'm going to break it down after. And you may be missing certain aspects as to why this don't seem too far off based on the type of men that are out here. Let's get into her response. And I'm going to break it down after.
Okay, so I got off the phone with my friend and decided to listen to my podcast. A lot of you guys are not listening. You're only hearing the number, but you're really not listening. And like I said on the podcast, what we find normal, the nighttime girls, might not be normal for you. But for us, it's regular seeing $50,000, $60,000. It is a regular thing for us. Now for you might be $2,000, $5,000, or maybe you see that type of money in a year. Listen, the tax bracket that I'm on is not for everybody. My bills, not everybody has those bills. And I know people, girls actually, that have bigger bills than me. So if their man required them to sit down, I think that it's only fair to get double. What am I going to do if you pay my bills and my bills only? Where's my emergency money? What if something happens to you? Okay, regardless of the number, if it's 50, 20, 10, $500. If you want your girl to stop working, you need to give her double her bills. Because emergency happens. You guys want to get up and leave us with nothing. And guess what? Those bills still stand. And they're still waiting on us. And here we are, jobs. Emergency happens. You guys want to get up and leave us with nothing. And guess what? Those bills still stand. And they're still waiting on us. And here we are, jobless. Haven't worked in years or months. And we have to start from scratch. So there's nothing wrong for a woman to want a safety net. And the safety net should be double what your bills are. I don't want to be living month to month. And if something happens to you, then I'm effed.
You've got to look at it like this. Women like this have the capacity to speak like this because of the men who have money. They're in a certain tax bracket. Look at NFL players. Look at basketball players. Look at football players. Look at the contract some of these guys are on. Then look at the fact that a lot of them were just normal guys coming up in the game. They weren't the guys that could bag and get certain types of women that will look a certain way to them, right? It wasn't a thing where a lot of these guys were like that. It's when they get the money, they're now living out some of their desires and fantasies. So there will be guys that have the ability to take care of her in this way. And that's the problem. It's like the backlash is from your normal average guy, the normal daily, he goes to work or whatever he does, right? And the backlash is also based on your opinion of her, based on, oh, she's out for the money. Yes, she is. 100%. Because in this video, she alluded to, but say if you pick up and leave, that is a trauma response. That is a person that, to me, is going into this assuming that it's not something that is a long-term thing. Guys that are up financially within those environments that I mentioned earlier, they will do this. Call it a simp. They get money and they don't know how to act. They go on IG scrolling after training. Some of these sports guys, musicians, they've got time. This notion that they don't have time, they have time. They can just say, DM. What's up? Yo. You do your little chatting in there. By the time you know it, flight booked, flying over. They make the approach from the DMs. Or they have a middle man or middle woman to bridge the gap between them and the athlete or the person that earns the amount. So these guys are there. She's within that environment. She's been in the game for a while. You dole yourself up. you will attract men. Now you will attract the guys that have that amount of money, but you're missing the point. Certain people that are getting a bit annoyed about this. You have to look at it like, do you want as a guy to be able to conform to her standard? Or do you want to bring your standard to a woman, see what she's about, let her make her assessment, and if she's not on it, you move on. Women like this, they have the opportunity to do this because of the men who are within that tax bracket. This is a thing. It's just the fact that when the average everyday person hears it, it's like it gets to you, the person that is reading it. It's like it gets to you. It's like, for some reason, it's like you want to look at this person as a standard of, okay, but if she's speaking like this, what chance do I have? But the question should be, why would you even want a chance with somebody where you're going to have to conform? You even see this on a smaller level. There's guys out here, right? The average guy will try and spend £300, £400, £500 or dollars on a date when you've met somebody to try and impress the person, conforming to a standard that you believe has been set by women, or this particular person that you may talk to, or have got a number, and you know, now you want to take her out. You're conforming to a superficial standard, but guys are not supposed to be doing that. Guys have to move accordingly in terms of understanding what this person's about, understanding that at the end of the day, I'm logically supposed to be thinking that I'm supposed to be getting to know this person. Why does it require doing all of these things? I don't know this person enough yet. It could be going good, the conversations, but you don't know the person enough. Why should it have to amount to that you're spending 300, 400, 500 sometimes? I'm hearing these things on a first or even second date. For what? You're conforming to a superficial standard that you're now having to maintain. And sometimes guys will break their back for this, for doing that. So guys do it on different levels. And the problem is, you have set this scene for these girls. And now when girls like this do that, it's kind of like a, oh, but this, that, and the other. And I understand again why they will be like that, why people will have an issue. Because not every guy is doing this. So it irks maybe the guys who aren't doing this. But the point is, this type of information or this type of stuff that a girl like this or a lady like this would state, it's only for the guys who want to lead with money. If you don't lead with money, this should be just, you should hear it pass in one ear out the other. This is a person that has blatantly made it clear that, look, this is a chance that this won't last. What if you up and leave, she says. She's going in with a mind that says, I might as well get what I can get out of this because I don't believe this may last. He's not said that I want you to be my wife. So why would you risk your time with this person who's not set out a vision for you? If you don't believe that this person is going to have a vision for you that involves you and you being valuable to him in other ways apart from your looks, then why would you risk stopping working, being in his environment, knowing that it's potentially not going to last, or forget that, knowing that it's not going to last potentially, and still be in that position where you're going to stop what you're going to do because you need now your upkeep to be taken care of? You're better off just being single and doing what you do and keep making your money as you do, because you're going into it believing something is not going to be long. It's not going to be a long relationship. Why? Because you know that there's no plan or vision for you. He moves to you. He talks to you based on your look. He just looks at you. Oh, you look good. Let me hit you up, man. Boom. Instagram. Like I said earlier. DM. Fly over. Oh, I'm going to be in this city at such and such. Where you at? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you live there? Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. Pull up, and by the time you know it, boom, conversations. It's as simple as that. That's how it works. So it's a type of guy that's doing this. It's a guy leading only with money. And if you're a guy that wants to lead with money, this is where you will be in the position of doing what she wants. Leading from a superficial standpoint, barely getting to know her for more than her looks. Because a lot of these guys that's in the game, I want to roll with a girl that looks good. I want to have her pay her monthly fee so no other guy can be with it. Let me take you off the market. Let me take you out. A lot of guys are like that. I don't want this and this guy having the chance. Let me just take you out. I'll pay the 50,000. So you've got to look at the mentality of the guys that she will attract. It's guys that say, I only like you for your look. So with that, I'm willing to do it. Or in her case, as she said, you could up and leave. They can up and leave for sure. Why? Because they may find somebody that looks just as good. I want variety. These guys have options. All right, I want another one. Or I'm getting bored with this one. Or she stopped doing certain things that were appeasing to him, or things that he liked. It's starting to get stagnant, repetitive. Okay, let me go and get another one for her looks. So if a woman wants to be viewed based on just that, she will be. So I think she knows this. So she's saying in her mind, shoot, I might as well get what I can get out of it. Upkeep me. Let me see, because you may dip if you're not happy. Okay, so with that, give me my overheads, cover me. I want you to keep me nice while I understand this ain't going to potentially be a long-term thing. So she's obviously gone through, as most people do, go through things, right? So their mentality is, okay, you may leave, or, let me just get what I can get out of this. Let me set myself up. Let me go to this person who made his advances to me. I know he has no real clear-cut vision, but let me just accept this because I'm in the scene to attract these guys. So shoot, I might as well hustle. I might as well get something out of this. That's all this is. Guys leading with money. Simps generally lead with money. You lead with who you are as a person and the idea and the vision that you have for someone. If this person is outside with it, guys will jump on it. So when you hear this, if you're a person that don't lead with money, you should just hear this and be like, I see what it is. Nice looking lady, but at the same time, she knows the game. She's been in the game. She knows what this is. She knows guys are on her for only her looks. And she's going to say, all right, cool. Give me the money for it then. Give me the money for sitting out. Give me the money for stopping my work, whatever she does, right? But the question is, why would you want to be in that environment if you believe, or potentially the types of guys in these environments may only want you for a period? So then that only sounds like you're here for me and my body. And then it also sounds like something else. If you know, you know. How do you believe you're getting to know somebody? First and foremost, just by leading with money. Money, you have it. You should have it, yes. But what is the reason why you're leading with the money? Because you want to get the cat. These guys lead. They don't want to do all the long-winded, let me try and chat you up and talk to you with all these words. No, let me just throw the money at you so you can come quicker. Literally. So that's what it's about. You've got to understand the type of guys that are moving in these environments. You've got to understand the type of ladies that attract these guys. They know the game. They're not in it for long term themselves. They've said it in their mind, hey, you want me? Cool. I know how you guys are. You've got options. I'm going to accept these conditions, but run me the money per month. That's all this is. It's a mentality that they understand the game. This is not shocking to them if someone leaves. This is not, something that they don't know. But the question should be, as a woman, why do you want to put yourself in these situations? If you want more. But if you don't want more, cool, this is for you. If you want more and you want to be valued for more, you're going to have to look at things differently, because this is clear cut. I only want you here because you look good. If you do not look good to me, you're not here. And if you only want to be viewed from that perspective, it will happen. So that's what you got to understand. This game is a game that both parties know. The ones with money, it could be any level, corporate, sports, entertainer, actor, whatever, entrepreneur, whatever it is, they know the game. These ladies know the game too. So they're saying, I'm not going to get played. Run me the money if you decide you want me to stay at home. But my question will be, again, let me go back to it. Why would you want to be in this environment and staying at home? You're not the wife. He's not laid out a blueprint. So why are you stopping what you want to do? Continually be single until you find that man who wants to take you seriously for more than your looks, unless you're happy to just be looked at for your looks. And it seems this is the case. Guys of different levels do this to somebody that they believe looks good. I'm going to lead with the money. I'm going to break my back for it. I'm going to conform. I'm going to bend. I'm going to lose or not even have a standard for me, really. Why? Because you just look good. That's it. That's enough. The more guys do that, the more they suppress who they are as a man. And that's where we have issues with lack of leading in themselves, which in turn they won't be able to lead others properly. A potential wife, a potential, that's why there's discrepancies sometimes between people and in these environments. That's why these environments don't generally last with people, because they're going in for the wrong reasons. You see it, the wrong reasons. You don't barely know that guy. You may have known him just because you know of a guy for 3, 4, 5 years, you don't know him. You don't know how he really thinks. And that's what's lacking. That's what's lacking. Going together for the right reasons, being on the same page and letting action show. So you've got to look at it from that perspective. This is just something that you have to look at from a perspective of, as a guy, if you do this, you're a simp who leads with money. If you're happy in that position, good luck. This ain't for me to advocate for that. I'm just saying that's what it is. If you're a woman who wants this environment, cool. Understand it's just for your looks you're wanted for. Only. But it'll be interesting to find out what people think. Like the video. Let me know your opinion in regards to Ayisha Diaz.